to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Marissa Ray. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. So today I am going to be talking to you guys about my second trimester of pregnancy experience. Okay, I am currently 7 months pregnant, so I'm actually past second trimester. I'm now into the third trimester, but this is a perfect opportunity for me to explain to you guys how my full second trimester went. And if you have not seen already, I do have a first trimester of pregnancy experience video, so please click the little tags up here so that you can see that video. It was kind of like I did my hair, but at the same time I was talking about my first trimester of pregnancy experience. Okay, so let's get into my experience. This is currently how my belly is looking. Okay, we have definitely rounded out a lot. Again, this is 7 months, so this is really how belly looks. We're really rounding out a lot. Again, right now I'm in the third trimester actually, so I will actually insert pictures of how I was looking throughout the second trimester so that you can kind of reference everything I'm going to be talking about today. Okay, let's see, second trimester. What a freaking breeze. Okay, after first trimester was over with, second trimester was like, you know what, Jesus, thank you. This is the glory days. I can actually say thank you because second trimester was like, I didn't start really experiencing that much pain. I wasn't nauseous anymore. Mind you, I'm having a boy, a baby boy, and I do have a gender reveal video, so click the tag up here and you can see that video. First trimester was totally different than second trimester. I think my husband actually got to see a better side of me during second trimester because first trimester was just, you're just nauseous all the time. I was just nauseous all the time. But second trimester was like, okay, the nausea gone, my energy is restored, I'm able to do more. A little bit of my belly bump is starting to show, so you feel a little bit like I felt more excited because I'm like, oh my goodness, my belly bump is actually starting to show now. I'm gonna start telling people now because no one knew, obviously, in the first trimester. I just had to tough out those extremely rough moments. But once second trimester hit, it's like, okay, I can eat, like I can, you know, it's like I felt like my normal self. I didn't even feel pregnant. My energy was back. I was able to cook and do all these things that I normally would typically do if it was just me alone in here, but with another person, you know, it was different. But second trimester was literally a breeze for me. Second trimester is also when me and my husband went on our honeymoon. We got married earlier this year, so we decided to go ahead and take our honeymoon / baby moon, which was perfect because I was able to really experience going out of the country. By the way, I went to Mexico. That was extremely fun, and while being pregnant, although I didn't get to do the festivities that I really wanted to do, like jet skis, parasailing, all that fun stuff, we still had an amazing time and had a whole bunch of fun activities. So I do have a couple of vlogs out of me and his experience in Mexico. Those videos are actually on me and his channel together, so if you want to see those videos, again, click the tags, check all the tags. Also, anything I missed out, check out the description box down below because I'm gonna tag and feature everything down there as well. But yeah, if you want to get a little bit of a insight as to how traveling and going on a honeymoon was for me during my second trimester while, you know, in another country, then watch those videos. It was very fun, it was good, it was perfect. I'm kind of all over the place, but that's really how second trimester was. It was just a breeze. Like, I really can't tell you nothing negative. Let's start with positive first though. So second trimester, 4 months came around, my energy came back. Like I said, I wasn't nauseous anymore. I was able to do certain things, and again, I barely felt pregnant. Like, the only thing that made me realize I was pregnant is when I would go to the doctor's office number one, get an ultrasound. Number two, actually seeing his face, and literally just me going to the doctor, okay, and hearing his heartbeat. If it wasn't for me hearing his heartbeat, getting the ultrasound, those type of things, I was literally like, oh, I'm pregnant? Really? I'm actually pregnant? Oh, okay. It just didn't feel real, you know? And at the beginning stages of second trimester, so like 4 months or so, I didn't really start to feel his movements at that time. I didn't start to feel his movements probably until like 18 to 20 weeks. I can't remember exactly, but it was roughly around that time it started to feel like little tiny flutters. So that was around like what, the 5th month mark, the end of the 5th month or so, beginning of the 6th month. That's when I really started to like feel things. Like at nighttime, I would be laying down and suddenly that's when I would feel something. Like when I'm super relaxed, I'd be laying down and I feel these little, like, it just feels like somebody's traveling through your belly, like, that's how the flutters felt. If I can explain it the best way I can, that's how they felt. I would yell at my husband like, hey, I'm like, babe, something is going on. I feel something, I feel something. And the first time I did that, he got up and ran in the room like something was wrong. Obviously nothing was wrong. That was the first time I started feeling movements in my belly. That was cool, but weird at the same time. But that's when I again started realizing like, oh my gosh, this is real, like he's actually in my stomach. And of course, I started to show more. So I wasn't really that big. Mind you, I actually gained most of my weight in the first trimester. I gained like 10 pounds very, very quickly in the first trimester because I was eating very bad and just eating things to try to make myself feel better. This is off topic, but just letting y'all know, that's when I gained most of my weight. Second trimester, I was only gaining like 1 or 2 pounds every appointment or so. So, you know, because I started to feel better, so I wasn't really eating like to make myself like try to feel better and blah, blah, blah. No, you know. Another thing during second trimester is outside of the flutters, outside of my energy being back, my, you know, feeling normal in my stomach again, I didn't really notice a big difference in my skin. I actually, during the beginning of my pregnancy, I started using this Paula's Choice liquid exfoliant. I always had a problem with like bacteria in my skin and like it being like just textured. Now, like since being an adult, I'm 25 now, and probably since my 20s, I haven't really had like serious acne. It's just been like, I did when I was a teenager, but like I haven't really had that since being an adult. But it's just been like tiny bumps, like textured skin, you know what I mean? So I hadn't found anything to really resolve that, but I started using this product kind of near the beginning of my pregnancy. So I don't really know if it's that it was the product starting to kick in after a few months that made my skin seem like it was doing really well, or it's just the product itself, you know what I mean? Or it's just pregnancy. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like honestly during this time of my life, my skin is doing really well. It's doing much better than it used to be. But again, that could be pregnancy in combination with the product that I was using. Okay, second trimester, my clothes were not fitting, okay? So my stomach was really rounding out. My hips were starting to spread towards the end of second trimester. So clothing wise, I was not able to wear like my old clothes. Like that was pretty much coming to an end in the beginning anyway, because like I said, I had gained weight from then too. But it really was like, okay, I cannot wear these clothes over my stomach anymore. I was really starting to show. And mind you, I wasn't like the skinniest person. I was like, in my opinion, a very healthy size. Like, you know, a little bit of meat on my bones, but not overweight dramatically, you know, just thick, just normal, right? Which is actually the perfect size that I love to be. And so when I got pregnant, it just expanded. And so second trimester is when I was like, okay, none of my clothes fit. We got a lot going on, okay? Even in the first trimester, it was kind of like that. But second trimester was really like, okay, yeah, girl, you can't wear that no more. You gotta get you some maternity clothes. And I did. I went ahead and bought me some maternity clothes during second trimester, because that's when I was like, dang, I cannot fit this no more. Second trimester was kind of like, I'm at that point where it's like, oh, I'm really enjoying my pregnancy, like just the fun part of it, without having to prepare anything yet, because I'm too far ahead to be preparing, you know what I mean? I'm a healthy girl, you know, even though I've gained weight. My body is carrying a lot of weight right now that it's not used to. But other than that, I'm pretty healthy, like how I eat. Mostly balanced, you know. I love French fries though still, of course. I have to eat French fries. I love French fries and like different stuff like that, but I eat lots of vegetables and lots of fruit as well. Like, even though I have my fries and other stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna make sure I have fruits and vegetables, and I drink tons of water. So that was nothing new for me in second trimester. I still did the same things, just better, I would say, just in more moderation and better. So yeah, clothes definitely did not fit. Ordered me some cute maternity clothes, started wearing that. And again, that's when people started noticing, you know? And I started getting things like, oh, you know, like some people would look and be like, oh, I don't want to ask, but, you know, are you pregnant or are you not? Because my stomach was really starting to round out. And I didn't have a flat stomach, but I didn't look pregnant. Like, no one would have thought I was pregnant. You know, my stomach was normal, just a normal cute little stomach, except now it was starting to pudge. So at that time we announced the pregnancy probably at 4 months, but then after that, like in public, probably around 5 or 6 months, that's when people started questioning me, and at my job too. I didn't tell nobody at my job until, you know, later on and all that. So second trimester, I was still able to do normal activities. I was riding my bike. I was cleaning up around the house, which I still do today. I have to really start doing that in moderation, because I'm starting to experience a lot more pain now. But yeah, so I was riding my bike, still getting lots of rest though, because I love to sleep. I was, you know, doing house chores, cooking, cleaning, all that normal good stuff, just literally living my best life, basically, to put it that way, okay? And actually on vacation, when we was in Mexico at 6 months, that was the first time that I really felt how active he was. Before then, it was those little flutters, like I said, but while we were on the trip, I actually saw my stomach jumping, like literally like the tiniest little, like that, like the tiniest little muscle movement or whatever. It was at 6 months when the end of 6 months actually, is when I started seeing it and feeling it way more. Mind you, at the end of my second trimester, I did start to experience back pain. So, which I would say is probably the only negative thing that I experienced during second trimester compared to first trimester. The only negative experience was the pain. Like, I started feeling mild little sciatic nerve pain. I guess the way he's sitting in my belly is like he's putting that pressure and stuff on my lower back, and you know, that little nerve, and it's like going down to my butt and stuff. So I started feeling that a little bit probably at 6 months. I felt it during the trip too, when I would do stuff, and then even when I would like do too much or was on my feet way too long without, you know, holding and positioning myself properly, that's when I would feel the pain. And I'm not used to feeling pain, okay? I used to work out like crazy before I started working out like years ago, when I actually was kind of overweight. I didn't feel no pain, girl. I was just normal me, because I was still active, right? Now I'm still active, but my body's not used to me not working out. And also I'm carrying a baby, and My body's just different now. And then not only that, actually, I think before pregnancy, I was actually very strong because like I said, I would lift weights, you guys. Like I was a very active individual in the gym. I loved working out. I still love working out, but the timing and like just everything right now is hard for me. So the best way for me to stay active is doing housework, walking around, stuff like that, you know, just staying active. Like you see how I'm moving right now. I'm sorry that if this is a distraction to you that I keep moving like this, but that's because right now I feel better standing a little bit right now, and it just helps me. So, but this is third trimester, so we'll do a whole separate video on third trimester, so stay tuned for that. That at the end is when I started to feel a little bit of the pain, and I'm like, okay, this is, you know, I'm not used to this. My body, I don't feel pains, like, and I have a very well like good pain tolerance, I feel like, because it doesn't like keep me from doing things. And mind you, I'm pretty healthy. I don't experience pains and headaches, aches, none of that stuff. I'm usually pretty good. So when I started feeling those pains and it was like consistent, you know, or like every day, it's like, oh, you know, I'm not used to this. I don't like that. So I would say that's probably the only negative thing about second trimester for me. Some people may not experience that at all, but if you do, I understand, girl. It's not easy. Especially if you was like me, active and, you know, strong. Girl, I lift weights, do everything. Like I'm used to literally being strong. Like I felt strong, like I'm good, you know, I could walk, I could lift weights, all that stuff, I could run. Yeah, my body feels totally different now. Partially that's probably because I haven't really worked out, but another thing is obviously I'm carrying a baby now, so my body is just very heavy. So yeah, that was pretty much second trimester. All good except for one thing, which was the back pain. You know, a little bit of back pain that came on. But second trimester was fun. Like, it was literally like, oh, I'm pregnant, but I'm not really experiencing bad pregnancy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, even though my pregnancy is healthy anyway, I thank God for that. But second trimester, it was just like, you know, like, cause just, side note, just because I feel pain don't mean I'm not healthy or that the baby's not healthy. The pain is just natural because my body is carrying extra weight and all in one spot mostly, you know what I mean? So that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not healthy. So I thank God for my health, but yeah, second trimester though was like, girl, I didn't feel nothing. Like I was cool for the most part. You know, like I'm good. I barely felt pregnant. People were like, oh, how you feel? Da, da, da. Girl, I'm good. I was fine. So it was, second trimester was the best, which most people do say anyway. So yeah, second trimester was pretty great. So I kind of think that wraps up this video because I literally don't have much for second trimester. I didn't really buy any pregnancy things during second trimester, only third, which recently I bought some things such as like a belly band, pregnancy pillow, other things like that. I didn't really buy those things during second trimester because I didn't need it. I was fine sleeping, you know, sitting down, laying around. I didn't need it, you know. I'm able to do so many things, but now that my belly's growing, it's very different now. Like my body feels so different. So I guess that brings us to the end of this video. I hope this video was just informative for you guys and gave you a little bit of insight on my experience. Mind you, your experience may not be the same as mine, okay? So please don't try to like compare, you know, if you're watching this video and you're another pregnant mama or soon to be mama or, you know, pregnant in the past, whatever the case. Don't compare, you know, but it's good to take these things into consideration. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more of my videos, not just pregnancy, but if you're interested in like natural hair and cute hairstyles, fun stuff like that, couple stuff, then make sure you subscribe to my channel, Marissa Ray. Also subscribe to me and my husband's channel, okay? That's Marissa and Ekamini. That is going to be right here on the screen and then down in the description, okay? I'll leave everything for y'all so you do not miss anything. Also, make sure you turn on your post notifications so that you never miss an upload. This is what I mean by third trimester is different, okay? And we're gonna do a separate video on that because guess what? I'm out of breath. I ain't did nothing. I'm just sitting here talking to y'all, but I'm kind of out of breath. So I'm gonna finish up this video and I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna insert more pictures like I said, and that's gonna be the end of this video for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.